journey. What's going on, everybody? We are live from the side of the road. Yes, somewhere in Arizona. How cool that we can stop anywhere and do a Facebook Live. I am driving back from Sedona to Phoenix, and then Phoenix to LA, and then LA to Costa Rica, back to Rythmia. So I'm super excited to share with you some insights that I've received while walking through the beautiful red rocks of Sedona. It has been a magical time to reconnect with nature, to reconnect with my homeland. I'm from Arizona. I'm from Tucson, and I lived in Sedona like 30 years ago, and it is a magical place. You can feel the energy there. And what came up for me while I was there was forgiveness. And it's actually coming up with my clients. It's coming up in so many areas with my friends and family, that when we are confronted with something, when we are in conflict with someone, when we are unhappy, upset, can't get out of our own victim mentality, when it seems that the world is against us, when it seems that everyone is, hey, Rick, what's up? I love that, man. Thank you. Rick just said, thank you so much for your previous lives. I cannot tell you how much it helped. Brother, God bless you, man. I'm so grateful. Self-acceptance. Yes. Nicole, hello. Rick, hello. Sherry, hello. So, whenever we are in a place where we feel that something outside of us is causing us difficulty, that person, that guy is making me mad, my daughter, my son, my mother, my father, the universe, something outside of us, out of our control, that's a sign that we're in a victim mentality, a mentality of victimhood, that something outside of us is doing it to us, and that we don't have any control over it. Or we don't have, control isn't the right word, we don't have any agency in it. When you find yourself in that, when I find myself in that, that's a clue that I need to do forgiveness work. Because the way out of being a victim is to forgive. And the first part of forgiveness, hey, Brian, good to see you, brother. The first part of forgiveness, the first part of moving out of a victim consciousness is forgiveness. And the first part of forgiveness is self-forgiveness. And as Rick said in the chat, self-acceptance. And so we must begin. Now, the thing is that forgiveness doesn't mean that you're capitulating. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you consent to what happened. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you're a doormat. Forgiveness means that you aren't drinking the poison yourself, because unforgiveness is toxic. Unforgiveness is toxic. And so I was contemplating the Ho'oponopono prayer. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And walking through the red rocks of Sedona and just repeating that and feeling it. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Over and over again as I was walking. And different people came up in my mind. Different people from the past, myself. And a lot of it came up because for some reason, so much of my own compulsive behaviors, so much of my own failing to choose higher, comes from a sense that this moment as it is isn't enough. I'm not enough. The moment isn't enough. Whatever it is isn't enough. I was driving up to Sedona a few days ago thinking, I should be listening to something uplifting, or why aren't I praying, or I should be setting intentions for my trip, and then starting to feel guilty because I wasn't being more spiritual about the trip. And then, can I forgive myself? Can I accept myself just as I am? Can I just say that just this moment, just right now, just as it is, me driving is okay, just right now? You know, this is the awareness, this is the consciousness that we bring. Forgiveness isn't just I'm in conflict with somebody and I've got to forgive them. Forgiveness really is this work of seeing how many subtle ways our own guilt and shame and unforgiveness and hypercritical nature and judgment and opinion and fear, doubt, and worry all circulate around in our minds to keep us from being present. And so it's easy to blame. It's easy to point the finger. It's easy to get on object instead of on subject. So forgiveness, advanced forgiveness. This is the work. I was counseling a couple of clients recently. One is having real issues with their daughter. Another is having issues with the ex-wife. And, you know, they're dealing with real stuff. Like the daughter's choosing poor places to live or making unhealthy choices. The ex-wife is, you know, taking money and, you know, all of this, all victim mentality, right? But you can't say to the person, you're in victim mentality. That just doesn't fly. However, the truth is Einstein's statement, we can't solve the problem at the level of the problem. If we go into the problem, and counsel people on what to say to the daughter, what's the next right text? What's the next? Is there one phrase, one word, one thing that you can say that's going to change your daughter's mind and have her see how great you are? Is there one text, one email, one note from the lawyer that's going to change the ex-wife's mind and have her just realize how wrong she is? No. Right? But when we go high, when we start to do our forgiveness work, when we start to work in that realm, this is moving beyond the level of the problem. And then watch how everything in the physical realm of duality begins to organize itself when we clean up our energetic field, when we truly have forgiveness in our hearts. Advanced forgiveness, this is the way home. Advanced forgiveness, this is the way to oneness. Advanced forgiveness, this is the work. Ultimately, forgiving another is recognizing not that they didn't do wrong, not that we're capitulating to what they did or said. No, advanced forgiveness is simply saying whatever you did intentionally or unintentionally to hurt, harm, or endanger me was done out of ignorance. Ignorance, just like Jesus said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Now, those guys knew. They were nailing to the cross. They knew exactly what they were doing, but they didn't know what they were doing. So when we perpetrate something against ourselves, when we hurt, harm, or endanger ourselves, when we hurt, harm, or endanger another, when another hurt, harms, or endangers us, it's done out of ignorance. Because if they really, really knew, they wouldn't have done it. So we can see the innocence, the innocence behind their activity. That does not mean we're a doormat. That does not mean we don't have righteous indignation and speak out against injustice. It doesn't mean that. There's calls for all of those things. And if we're aligned and in tune with the infinite, we know, oh, this is the right way to go. This is the right thing to say. But ultimately, the work is forgiving ourselves and others. No matter what you've done to hurt, harm, or endanger yourself, or someone has done to you to hurt, harm, or endanger you, it is done out of ignorance. We can release them from the bondage of unforgiveness. We can release them from the chains that keep us in a lower vibrational frequency. And as we calibrate our consciousness up, bam, the situation changes. We can't solve the problem at the level of the problem. We've got to go high, and high is forgiveness. All right, I'm in the back of this car on the side of the road, and I'm starting to sweat because it's hot. But I wanted to do this Facebook Live and say hello to you all. So let me just say hi to everybody. Brian, Annie C, Deja, hello. This little light of mine. Lori, hello. Thank you. Dorota, boom. Nick, Rick, Nikki, thank you, guys. Advanced forgiveness. That's our work. Try the prayer. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Do it for yourself. Do it throughout the day. When someone comes up, when that hamster wheel of thought happens in your mind, and you're like, yeah, I do it too. I have those conversations with that person I'm in conflict with. Boy, if they were right here right now, this is what I tell them. I can anticipate what they're going to say. And here's my response, right? When I get there, boom. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Do it for yourself. Do it for others. I got to get down this road and turn the AC back on because you can see I'm sweating like a whore in church. Woo! All right. Peace and blessings. So grateful that y'all tuned in. Thank you so much. Sending you much love. Oh, wait, there's so many more people. Dana Haig, see you in October. Nicole, Mary, Laith, good to see you, brother. Salim, hello. Phoebe, Yvonne, Gwen. Whoa, yeah. Hono, pono. Hono, pono. That's it. Dana, hello. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole, Lori, Teresa. Love you all. Peace and blessings. We'll see you soon. Ooh-wee.